Hey everyone, this is Zero Cat here, bringing you a deck tech video. Today I'll be doing a deck tech on Selesnya Humans. I think this deck is pretty good in Pioneer right now. I think it's a good fine choice. I did see also an Orzhov as Humans deck list, but I think this one might be a little bit better. The one with Orzhov is just a slightly bit different, but I'll go over that in my deck tech. And before I start the deck tech, I just want to quickly say that if you could follow my channel or subscribe to my channel, I do mostly Pioneer content like deck techs as well as versus videos. I'll see on my channel. If you want to see playthroughs of this deck, it will be on my channel as well. And now that we've got all the introductions, let's go play some. Let's not play some Magic. Let's go over this deck, right? So this is the normal, I think, list for dual decks. Not dual color decks. It has Temple Garden, Sun Petal Groves, as well as branch path or these pathways. I don't think you need that much because the only green card in here is Collected Company. It has a few cards in the sideboard, as you can see, with a Tireless Tracker as well as Yashran. But yeah, I think 23 is also a good number. It's a perfect number, I think, for this kind of deck. And the deck also has 3 man lands in the form of Cave of the Frost Dragon, Mutavaults, and 2 Mutavaults. I think I didn't have any issues with lands when I was playing, so I think it's a perfect number. Nextly, let's go over the creatures. So you have 4 Dauntless Bodyguards. I think this is a solid 1-drop, a 2/1 that can also protect one of your creatures. Giant Killer is quite good. I found it very diverse when I was playing it. It was important. Surprisingly, it did kill a few things for his ability, and I think its ability to tap down certain creatures also makes combat really interesting for your opponent. Kythian, I don't know, Kythian's, oh my god, I think I could also, my record for this deck was 3-2, but I could have went 4-1 if I didn't miss like the wording on Kythian is really weird, and I guess it might be a Magic Online thing, or it might just be the wording on the card or whatever. But this other card here that I'll bring up soon, Eldaline, this Resplendent Cathar. I'll explain later when I get to it. But yeah, Kythian's good. I think when it flips, it obviously becomes a Planeswalker, which really rare for this type of deck. And I think it's solid. I think it's fine. Having it flip though might be just a little troublesome, but when it does flip, I think it definitely is a game changer. David Inspector, enough said. It's powerful common. It's so good. Lets you draw cards. Luminarch Aspirant, very important in this type of deck. As well as the I'll use a Tenant. Putting +1/+1 counters incrementally throughout the game makes it very challenging for your opponent. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. I think 3 is the perfect number. Honestly, I think 4 might be a little too much. But this is fine. Makes Humans decks really, really powerful, really, really strong. And this card's obviously an all-star because he's playing like almost every format that you could possibly play a Thalia. Oh, he's a Tenant. This thing is also a mainstay for human decks. Super strong. Putting +1/+1 counters under battlefield, then it incrementally grows. I've had a few games where I've had 2 or 3 of them in my hand, and it just got out of control. And Brutal Cathar is, I don't know why this card isn't just a mythic at this point. It's so strong. Maybe it's because when it dies, it gives everything back, which could be hit or miss. But I think it's super strong. If you know, I think I did a thing. I'm not used to these keywords on this new nightbound, daybound thing. It kind of like tilted me. So once it's so we want to make sure that that when you played it is daybound. Oh my gosh, that's so tilting. It's just those small things, especially with cards you don't normally play. It's just like, oh, you forget about it. Like you forget to care about it. So day and nap, I definitely care. Make sure that it is daybound when it comes into play. Also, it's just a solid card, I think. Elite Spellbinder it's growing on me. First of all, it's a 3/1, and plus you get to look at opponent's hand, which is really rare for white, and having them cost more is nice. You get to kind of control the tempo just a little bit. It's not really stopping. It lets your opponent just gives you time to breathe for that potential board rip that may or may not come. But I've definitely been liking Elite Spellbinder. You get to see what your opponent's playing. You get to think about how you want to strategize, how you want to go about it. And Elder Line, I don't know how I feel about this card. It's okay. I'm not sure about it yet. Um, it seems strong. I know when I've played it, it's a rather big creature when I attack, and having an extra 1/1, I don't know. It's hit or miss. I don't know what you could probably put in it for a 3 slot, but it seemed fine for what it is. Yeah. Plus his vigilance. I don't know. It's a hit or miss for me. It seems okay. Like, I'm not gonna hate on it. It hasn't done anything like crazy bad, but it also feels like there could be a potentially better card for it. And and 4 copies of Collected Company. I don't have to explain that. That's solid card. Lastly, let's go over the sideboard portable hole. 3 portable holes for some more early hate on aggressive creatures. Rest in peace for other graveyard decks. Selfish Spirits, I think, for possibly board wipe decks, or just to make combat more interesting against other decks like this, probably against the mirror match. This card, right on. I'm surprised that this isn't in the main deck. I mean, just 1 copy. This card's like pretty solid, and it almost fits for almost every deck that you're fighting against because of just how diverse this card is. Vanquish the Horde. This one was it was fine. I think in one of my gameplays, I actually didn't post it. But against the mirror match, this could be pretty good, especially if your opponents also are playing with the Brutal Cathar, the one that has the exile ability. So be careful when you do that or play against mirrored matches, because they might or may not play Vanquish the Horde. Tireless Tracker, enough said about this card. This card's just an overall monster of a card, value card. Toski, I think, is more against the control matchups. It lets you draw some cards, and is Irishon against those sacrifice decks. Like I said, overall, I think his deck is really good in this format right now. I definitely would try it. I think it's on the cheap side in terms of Magic Online. I don't think anything in here is crazy expensive. And if I think I want to get into Magic Online, I think this might be it. One of them. And like I said, there was an Orzhov deck list that I found online. The only change mostly was, instead of Collected Companies, there were Die Tactics. So take that as it was. I feel like that deck was also more aggressive because of that. But Collected Company gives you that thing about in the mid-range game. It kind of is that one card when you play Collected Company at someone's end of turn is kind of just mind-boggling. It's like, holy cow. And I think that's just maybe a little better. So this is probably, if I had to choose, this one might be the choice if I was going to play Humans deck in Pioneer. Like I said, and if you guys have any questions on this, hopefully I can help you out on anything related to this deck. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And as always, guys, live free and game on. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.